This next story is actually kind of bonkers to me. This is one of those things that you half expect to happen at some point, but then when it actually does happen, you're just still surprised. Yeah, it's one of those stories. So you may or may not have heard of a drug called hydroxychloroquine. It's usually used for treatments in diseases like malaria and rheumatoid arthritis. But these days it's getting a lot of hype. It's getting a lot of attention because it's seen as something that could possibly prevent or cure COVID-19. So, understandably so, doctors all across the world are studying it to see exactly what this drug can do in terms of this illness. But yesterday, Donald Trump admitted to taking hydroxychloroquine every day for the past week and a half. Take a look at him talking about his usage of this drug, and then let's discuss.
A lot of good things have come out about the hydroxy. A lot of good things have come out. And you'd be surprised at how many people are taking it, especially the frontline workers, before you catch it. The frontline workers, many are taking it. I happen to be taking it.
Hydroxychloroquine?
I'm taking it, hydroxychloroquine.
When?
Right now, yeah.
When?
A couple of weeks ago, I started taking it. Because I think it's good. I've heard a lot of good stories. And if it's not good, I'll tell you right, I'm not going to get hurt by it. It's been around for 40 years for malaria, for lupus, for other things. I take it. Frontline workers take it. A lot of doctors take it. A lot of doctors take it. I take it. Now, I hope to not be able to take it soon because, I hope they come up with some answer. But I think people should be allowed to. I got a letter from a doctor the other day from Westchester, New York, around the area. He didn't want anything. He just said, sir, I have hundreds of patients, and I give them hydroxychloroquine. I give them the Z-Pak, which is zithromycin, and I give them zinc. And out of the hundreds of patients, many hundreds, over 300 patients, I haven't lost one. He said, please keep pressing that, sir. And if you look at that phony report that was put in, that report on the hydroxy was given to people that were in extraordinarily bad condition. Extraordinarily bad. People that were dying. No, I think for whatever it's worth, I take it. I would have told you that 3-4 days ago, but we never had a chance because you never asked me the question.
Did the White House
But I get a lot of tremendously positive news on the hydroxy, and I say, hey, you know the expression I've used, John? What do you have to lose? Okay, what do you have to lose? So I have been taking it for about a week and a half.
Every day?
At some point, every day. I take a pill every day.
I was floored when I heard that the President of the United States is taking an experimental drug, keyword on experimental, to prevent COVID-19. Now, set aside for a second the idea that people might hear the President of the United States say that he's taking this experimental drug and then want to go and do it themselves, which happened to one couple who took the fish version of this drug. The specific effects that it might have on him can't go unnoticed. Now, some side effects of this drug are headaches, blurry vision, some people have had loss of vision, and heart attacks. Yeah, these are all things that can happen, and these are things that have happened with the FDA-approved versions for the diseases. There's no FDA approval for COVID-19. In fact, the FDA advises against anyone taking this for COVID-19 unless you're in a hospital setting or in a clinical trial. And all of the people that Donald Trump mentioned on the front lines that are taking this as like a preventative measure are most likely in these trials that are seeing if it's effective for them. Because there are trials that do that. Thousands upon thousands of people are in these clinical trials to see if it's something that is effective for preventing or treating COVID-19. There's no evidence right now that says it is. There's no evidence. We might have preclinical trial evidence. We might have some preliminary data that says it, but there's no FDA approval. So he also points to the fact that one doctor said that he prescribes it to hundreds upon hundreds of patients. The American Medical Association explicitly says that this is something you shouldn't do. They say the usage of off-label prescriptions, and what that means is prescriptions that are prescribed outside of the original intended use of the drug, is frowned upon. They don't want you to do that, especially because it could lead to problems with the supply chain if this is something that actually gets approved further down the line. So in fact, this doctor that sent Donald Trump this letter might be acting wholly unethical. And this is something that Donald Trump is identifying as one of the reasons that he's taking this experimental drug. This is a whole new level of craziness that it was something I half expected at some point. Donald Trump would probably take hydroxychloroquine in order to prevent, this illness. And then it actually happened. It actually happened. So what else is there to say? The president is essentially making himself a guinea pig for this drug where results in the past have been mixed about whether or not it's effective for treating this illness. This is a whole new level of bonkers. That's it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Agree or disagree? I'd love to hear what you have to say. And subscribe to join the political revolution against mainstream media. CNN, MSNBC, they're bought and paid for. Independent progressive media is the path forward. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.